Holy shit! Everything went wrong. Frickin' frosty this morning, boys. Before we get into today's video, I just want to remind you guys, next Friday, which is January 22nd, we're having our first merch drop of 2021. So we're actually doing gray hoodies again, and we're restocking the Storm Tech masks. So you guys know these are the most comfortable, adjustable, fit any kind of face mask that you can literally get right now. And we're having some brand new toques that are coming out and a bunch of new stickers and stuff. So make sure you guys are following The Committed Crew on Instagram. Make sure you guys go on thecommittedcrew.com and sign up for the newsletter. If you do that, you'll get informed the second the new stuff arrives, because we actually don't have the toques yet. And then you guys will get a reminder either the night before or the morning of the merch drop, depending on what time it is. And that's it. Toques are coming and I'm super pumped. Anyways, welcome back to my disaster. I'm quickly learning that being in this shop requires a little bit more planning and thought process, because back at the warehouse I could have done this and then completely boosted a separate car over in another side of the shop and had room to do literally whatever I want. Whereas here, once you have one teardown project, you really only have room for one project. I really want to get this thing pieced back together ASAP so that we can keep doing a bunch of other stuff that we have, as well as keep making progress on this car. The other day I basically painted everything that we didn't paint in the video, because there was a lot more than I realized that I didn't paint. So like, I painted up this little mount, painted up both these heat shields. I even painted these wheels, which I know that they'll probably wear off, like where the belt goes, but I figured if I could keep as much of it looking fresh as possible, then that would be fire. And on top of that, I know I'm about to disappoint some people that wanted me to go full send with the cams. The amount of money I was gonna spend on cams, what I was gonna get out of them without having built the motor, I don't know, I couldn't justify it. So instead I got a wicked deal on some used cams that I really weirdly wrapped up to try and keep oil from getting in my truck. OEM replacement cams are literally the same cams that were in there. These ones aren't scored and I got a wicked deal on them, so we're gonna throw these new cams in the head, hopefully assemble everything today. And I'm gonna say we start with these head studs. Up. You guys can see too, like all of right there, I painted like, even right here, I painted like just around where it needs to be. That way we don't have any issues with, you know, the head gasket or anything being on paint and separating and like having too much of a gap. So there should be sliders right here. Kind of help make sure that this gasket stays in place. Bro, as stupid as this is, the black head gasket looks fire on here. This thing just sliding all over, all over the place. How about you just stay right where I put you? Because the fun part is coming up. Main goal is to get everything back on the engine and not have anything left on this table. That's all I'm trying to do right now. Oh man, wish me luck. I did the thing where I took too much apart and now I'm confused. I don't know where anything goes. At least I'm confused on like the pulley wheels. I haven't looked at a photo yet. I'm trying to conquer this myself. We're doing pretty good though. I got gasket maker. It sucks because I got orange gasket maker and I didn't think about that till right now. You can see it. I'm gonna have to go around and like clean all the orange off that oozes out the sides, but I got this on. I got the timing chain cover on, and then I got like this water pump housing assembly thing on. Then I put the water pump on there, and then it's all just kind of like lightly there because you got to torque it down after like an hour of letting it sit, which I've never done in my entire life. But I'm gonna try it because we always say like, yeah, it's what you're supposed to do, and then we never do it, and I've never had a problem. But since so much is going down, I figure we'll try our best here. But I couldn't remember where the frickin' heck this goes. I can get it to line up if I do this, which is a great start, right? I think it goes like that. It's an unreal start. I don't know where the bolts are for it. I don't know what they look like. I don't know what I'm doing. Do these go through here? there's actually a good chance that that's why they're on the table. And then this long boy should go through the... Realistically, how good does this look?
It looks good. It actually looks really good. It's hard to see it on camera because like it gets lost, but...
It is, but that's kind of like, my thought was like none of this is a focal point. All like the water pump. You don't ever walk up to someone's car and be like, yo, let me see your water pump. Me to paint it silver, like something that would pop, no point. I'm excited because we're starting to install K20 stuff now. Just look at this. And look at this. It's just simple, and this gives you way more flow, and it just looks like 10 times better and cleaner. You know what I also realized about 8 seconds ago? I don't have any studs. You're supposed to have studs in all this. You slide your intake manifold over it. And studs on your exhaust side, you slide your intake manifold over those. I don't have any of this. They're countersunk? Oh my God. Okay, that is freaking beautiful.
One K-tune part.
One K-tune part in the books. Actually, well, yeah, I guess. I keep putting this valve cover on and taking it back off because I don't want to actually put it on to the car's, the engine's in the car because like I don't want to get it all scratched up installing it. So we can take a look at like the beautification we did to this thing. And I think that's probably the best word for this. Look at the transformation of this. Dude, this is fire. It looks so weird on camera. Like the camera just can't capture how friggin' cool this thing looks. It's just like all the black parts just kind of blend in, but in person you can really see them pop. Aside from how good it looks though, keeping it going, we have one more real part that I want to install today. Couple goodies as usual. Oh, dude, look at that. Oh my God. Dude, check this thing out. This is sick. We have the Yonaka twin disc clutch setup. So you guys have seen me use Yonaka before. They're actually the brand of coilovers that we have on the car right now. I've used them for a couple things before on the EG, like my engine mounts are Yonaka, a couple other things. And I actually have a couple more parts for the EK that I just haven't got around to doing yet. I needed a clutch that was gonna be able to hold a lot of beating on and power. And Yonaka offers this twin disc, which I have never experienced before, never had. Like, no idea what to expect, but we got a brand new flywheel, which is obviously extremely necessary. So it's a clutch and flywheel kit. I'll leave a link to this in the description below. Like, dude, look at like as if. I don't plan these things, dude, they just work. We also got a new throw bearing, I believe. Nice, because I have no idea what shape mine is in. I'm super interested to see what's going on in here. Huh, so that's not how a traditional clutch looks on the inside. Usually you have like a faceplate there. But it holds this, which is your faceplate. What the heck? Dude, that's so cool. Or weird, I don't know yet, I haven't decided. Okay, so there's one faceplate, and then you have clutch, goes there, bites onto this faceplate, which is double-sided, which bites onto this clutch, which bites onto your flywheel, which is how it normally works. It's so odd, it's like such a small surface area. And then obviously the flywheel has as many holes as possible in it because lightweight flywheel, bro. Now, if any of you guys are wondering what a twin disc setup is or why I would go with a twin disc setup versus a single disc, that's a question I asked myself too that I really didn't understand at first. I knew my boys at Yonaka made this clutch and I was like, obviously I'm gonna want that because like it's good and they make good stuff. But basically what happens is this, because these clutches are so small, like I've never hands-on had one before, but now it makes so much sense. Because these clutches are so small, and there's two of them so that they can spread the torque out over like two different clutch faces, it actually is like a lot less pedal effort. I think the word that is used is inertia. So there's a lot less inertia, there's a lot less power required to move this clutch, there's a lot less pedal effort that's required for this, and it weighs less on the car. So it should perform way better for torque, way better for like ease of use, and still be super capable of handling a lot of power. And yes, we still use the seatbelt, all right? I actually found that this seatbelt came with this engine because it came from junkyard, but I found that I like this because my chains always did damage when I pulled stuff. This doesn't really do damage, it's just a strap. I mean, I'm sure I should use a regular strap, but this is working for now and that's what we're gonna do. Holy shit! Everything went wrong! Oh! I'm running with my camera! Yo, is my camera good or what? Bro, that was so weird. I couldn't get this one out, so I did this thing where I like lifted this with my foot, and and I guess I lifted it too far and I like sent the engine tipping forwards, and as soon as the bolt popped out, the engine tried to go forwards and I just like had to grab it from doing a front flip. Literally exactly why I said to put this thing on, because you never know what stupid stuff is gonna happen. Call, I'm happy we did that. Okay. Fine. Oh my God, that weighs a million pounds. It's actually hard to pick up with one hand like that. This, bruh. Are you kidding me? I should buy one of those like little scales, you know, like the drug dealer scales that I could use to find out like, I always get curious when I'm doing stuff like this, like how much are we actually saving right now? Like, are we saving a lot of weight? Sweet Jesus, do you do this? This thing is obviously not meant to be in here. It's actually gonna fit like super nicely, but it does not want to go in straight down at all. The only other thing I could think of is to tilt it the opposite way of what it's doing right now, because then the transmission will go in first. We can hook the motor mount and then we can swing the transmission end up. Wow. Wow. I might be able to use it on the higher mount setting. Wow, dude, this looks so cool. Bro, look how perfectly this fits. Oh my God. This thing sits like, okay, on camera it just looks like an engine in a car. Why does it just look like an engine in a car? This thing sits so low. Like when you have this engine out, I swear to God, it feels like it's this tall. This thing is literally the CN Tower. And then you put it in there and it just vanishes. Holy man, it hangs low. It definitely is hanging really low. It's got these two mount points on these Hasport mounts, so I'm probably gonna move it up to the higher point when I actually install it. As long as my hood will clear, I don't see why we shouldn't. It's so clean and big, but like not taking up a lot of space. I feel like the B series is like, in the Civic is way more central. You know, it feels like
I think that's why I'm so confused.
Wow, dude, this is so nice. So first of all, this just looks absolutely killer how this is black. I told you guys it all blends. Like when you look in person, I don't know on camera too, but like you look in, you're like, oh yeah, you got pulleys here, you got whatever water pump down here. You can see like where bolts and stuff are, but when you look in just like whoosh, at the engine, you just hit boom, K-tuned, and then you're gonna hit boom, turbo. You're gonna hit boom, whatever's in the front. And these mounts are actually so easy. We got this whole thing in here, didn't scratch anything. Actually, good job on that. Me and Emerson couldn't even do that. We had to get this thing going like super sideways, dump it down, and then basically pull the ass end back up. Took 15 minutes, but it wasn't hard, which is like awesome. It makes me super pumped. So I put it in, I gotta take it back out. And I'm gonna put it back in anyways, but like I know exactly how now, it'll be super easy. Okay, so the reason I wanted to put this in here was because this transmission needs to be painted. It's obviously, honestly on camera, I could pass this guys off. Nobody would even notice it. They'd be like, oh my God, Robbie, it looks so good. But because I thought it needed to be painted, I left the frickin' throw bearing out. So it's gotta come out regardless now because I'm a genius. Anyway, I wanted to know if we should paint that transmission or leave it black. And honestly, the camera I feel like is doing dirty tricks on me. You guys have to remember there's gonna be a big intake right here. That'll kind of catch a lot more of your attention. You won't see all this. We're gonna have like a rad turbo, some piping coming across here, maybe like an intake pipe, brake booster, all that kind of stuff will still be there. So there will still be stuff around, but I honestly don't know if I want to paint that or gray again. Like I'd paint it on, honestly probably similar to what it is. I'd paint it whatever color I painted this, right here. I don't know, colorblind, you tell me. Is that the same? Or do we just paint it black and nobody even sees it?
I don't know.
You know? Because like the black, look at this mount. Look how this mount is. And if that was black, you just wouldn't even see it, not even a thought.
Yeah, because there's other things going in it. Like I wonder
if we should just make that go away.
Yeah, because like right now I would think it looks cool, but
that's it right now. Yeah, that's the thing. With intercooler piping and an intake manifold and all that, it'll start to be too much for a really, really clean engine bay. I'm gonna leave this one up to you guys. You guys, if you don't participate, nothing's gonna happen. I'm gonna leave this in here with no throw bearing. We're never gonna drive it. We're not gonna get anywhere. We're never gonna dyno it. I'm gonna roll this thing outside and let it burn. So you guys have to comment, tell me what to do. Do we paint this black or silver? Those are your only two choices. Don't give me any sass, black or silver. I don't know if I've ever said this. This is from a base RSX, so it's got the longer gears. but it's got an LSD in it. So this thing was already previously LSD swapped or whatever you want to call that. So basically this is geared for better boost, but also has the LSD, so it should be super fun. It's like when people do the B18 stuff and they keep an LS transmission instead of getting a GSR transmission, and they put an LSD in the LS instead of the GSR. It's same idea. So this should be super fun. No, dude, this is good. This is exactly where I wanted to get it to, because now I can look in here and I can see, like, I can think of everything it's gonna need and know what else I'm gonna need. But this is good, this helps me. I'm excited to drive this thing and see what this twin disc clutch setup feels like. That is something I'm really excited to do because I've never felt that before. Once my hardware shows up for the subframe, we can throw that in. And then we can throw like the wheels and everything on, and this thing can actually roll around again, which is cool. It'll free up space for other stuff. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out and stay committed.